Animals and danger zones. Is living in Australia dangerous? I would say no. Or yes. I usually tell tourists this is not more dangerous than visiting a zoo. If you comply with all the simple rules of the zoo, you'll be fine. You may live here for decades without seeing or meeting a dangerous animal. Sometimes you really need to look for them thoroughly. There are many documentaries about Australian wildlife: spiders, crocodiles, water monsters. You can find dangerous snakes in many places here. They are usually very shy and they avoid human proximity. I saw one in 10 years, but as soon as she noticed me, she ran away into the bush. There are many spiders, but there have not been deadly encounters in about 40 plus years. Why? Spider bites are very painful but rarely deadly. The good thing is that antivenom is available, and if you have had a spider bite, stay calm and call 000. Our experienced healthcare professionals will treat you and neutralize the venom in hospital. The two most dangerous spiders are redback and funnel web. Redback is around 1 centimeter, has a red back, as the name depicts. A funnel web can grow up to 5 centimeters. They like hiding in small hollows, in the garden or in the bush. The huntsman is very frightening due to its size, which could be up to 15 centimeters. Bites from huntsmen usually do not require hospital treatment. We have them frequently. We put it into a glass jar and release it in the garden outside. Some other people use insect controls and chemicals. They spray the house around. This keeps spiders and other insects away. For a while. What about crocodiles? There are two types of crocs in Australia: saltwater crocs, generally quite aggressive and dangerous, and freshwater crocs, not aggressive, but their bite can be nasty. Freshwater crocs usually hunt fish, frogs, and smaller mammals. If you want to live in the Northern Territory or in far North Queensland, follow the rules displayed on the signs in the beaches. Croc attacks can happen there, especially if visitors ignore the signs. Luckily, there are not too many close encounters between crocs and humans. Those who are living in cairns, they will not jump into the ocean, lakes, or rivers unless they are protected by nets. Or sometimes not even then. Crocodiles do not like the climate south of Sunshine Coast. There are no crocs there in Sydney, Melbourne, for example. Water monsters and sharks. Sharks can be everywhere in the ocean. This is their territory. You will hear about shark attacks mostly in the news. Occasionally, you hear stories that a beach was closed because sharks were spotted there. There was a close encounter in a nearby beach where we live. The shark knocked the surfer off his board. Luckily, the story ended well and the surfer escaped. As sharks do not swim close to shores, it is uncommon that there is a close encounter in patrolled beaches. There are different monitoring and protection systems in place. They range from shark nets to drones. I know surf champions who have been in the water for 50 plus years and they have not seen a shark yet. Dolphins galore though. If you live by the rules, you'll be safe. Don't go to the water alone. Swim in patrolled beaches and don't enjoy the ocean at dawn or after dark hours. Jellyfish. Dangerous jellyfish like box jellyfish and irukandji live in the northern part of Australia, similarly to crocodiles. Where crocs are, you may meet jellyfish as well. Again, if you follow the rules, you'll be okay. There is jellyfish season. Stinger season is between October and May, but they may be present in the waters all year around in the northern parts of Australia. If you visit Great Barrier Reef during stinger season, you are recommended to wear a sting suit to protect you. In the past 21 years, there were 9 fatal encounters. If swimmers had worn a sting suit, probably this number could have been 0. Another common creature is bluebottle. They are blown on shore by warm currents, and you can see their bodies drifted in the sand. Surf lifesavers erect warning signs, but there are many surfers and swimmers who fully ignore the warning, and they do go into the water. Of course, most of them wear wetsuits. Their sting is painful, but not fatal. Don't touch dead-looking bluebottles in the sand either. Their venom can still be active, and you'll be in pain. There are other dangerous sea animals living in narrow cavities or under rocks. Usually, you cannot find them in the sand on the beaches. One example is the blue-ring octopus. It is a beautiful creature, can be between 4 to 6 centimeters long. They are very shy, and they only bite if they are poked or pushed. It's an important rule that you do not rummage around the rocks in coastal waters. We have not mentioned one of the most dangerous hobbies, which is rock fishing. It's a very relaxing and fantastic activity, but you must be extra careful. The ocean might look calm for hours, but there are invisible currents underwater. The tragedy can happen in seconds when a bigger wave sweeps people off the rocks, and the next wave will smash the body to sharp rocks underwater. There are about 13 fatal accidents annually and hundreds of injuries. Statistics about fatalities: washed off by waves 71%, not wearing a life jacket 83%. Wallabies and kangaroos are worth talking about. They can be found across Australia in many places. They can be quite hazardous when you are driving a car at dusk and dawn or after dark. They jump out of the bush and land in front of you. We have not had a close encounter yet, but unfortunately, we can see kangaroos and wallabies killed, dead bodies on the road very frequently. Once, I counted 11 dead kangaroos on the road while driving from Sydney to Canberra. It is a 4-hour drive, about 300 kilometers distance. Take extra care while driving at dawn or after dark hours. There's a great emphasis on early childhood education, beach and bush safety. Kids learn from early on that you do not run in the bush barefoot. They are familiar with the dangers of the sea and the terrestrial animals. You can live in Australia safely. Sometimes it is worth checking, though, if someone is camping in your shoes if you left them outside during the night. Spiders and other insects might use them as free accommodation. One good thing about Australia is that there is a huge attention to safety. We talked about workplace health and safety in another chapter. Many people are trained to provide first aid. First aiders can assist with spider bites, snake attacks, or resuscitation. If you had a wildlife accident, you could rely on the people around you. In summary, learn about the country and history. Don't be afraid to ask questions if something is not clear for you. Australians are very friendly and approachable. They are always happy to help and will answer any questions you have. Culture shock and forming relationships. Be proactive, curious, and experiment. Be open to build new relationships and friendships. Participate in community gatherings, meetups, join groups. Embrace the Australian way of life, respect people and culture. Enjoy the great outdoors, sports. Become a volunteer. Wildlife and nature are very important. learn about the danger zones. Ask many questions and pay attention to your surroundings. Respect the living creatures and learn how to live with them in harmony.
Welcome back. Lots of facts and many things to remember. The good thing is that if you decide to stay here permanently and you want to apply for citizenship, you will need this information for the citizenship exam. You already learned a lot just by watching this video. How convenient! Culture shock is natural for newcomers. Just accept it. Don't fight it. Don't argue. Just go with the flow and you'll be okay. Join communities of like-minded people as soon as you arrive. You will find new friends who can help you in many ways. As for wildlife and spiders, the most important rule is don't panic. Learn about them. The most dangerous spider in the world lives in Brazil, not in Australia. The majority we have here are totally harmless. Sea creatures are beautiful and you can live with them in harmony. As discussed, rock fishing is much more dangerous and accidents can happen more often than being bitten by a shark. But if you learn about it, you can avoid any accidents. Let's talk about some personal stories. I love the culture and how communities help each other wherever you go. For our first Christmas, we were invited by a work colleague to celebrate together with his family. We had such a warm welcome. We could experience what Christmas is like when it's extremely hot, no snow, no heavy dishes, just fresh food and beach mood. Very relaxed. A wildlife example, I was a bit apprehensive like you about what dangers do I need to tolerate. We went to the reptile park on the weekend, my favorite zoo, and they have lectures about Australian animals. They will bring you the animals, you can touch them, the rangers explain how they behave and what you should do if you have a non-desired encounter. Koalas, kangaroos, Tasmanian devils, crocodiles, pythons, exotic reptiles. They even have a spider and snake ward and venom milking program to produce anti-venom to save lives. I learned heaps and since then I can sleep well. The best advice I can give you? Embrace the Australian life. Enjoy. See you in the next chapter. Have a good one.